How you doing, YouTube? Matt, Massive Beer Reviews, back with channel update. Gotta love those channel updates. Do them every now and then, so you get one now. This one's more like a short little channel update and a kind of a travel schedule. A Massive Beers travels, Massive Beers on the road. Listen, I love some travel. I love going bits and places and things and whatnot. But it's been, past couple of years, been building up the farm, been busy at work, so I haven't really been getting out and about all that much. Outside of my honeymoon last year, I didn't do like a really big trip, but I'm going to be doing 3 little trips over the next month and a half, 2 months, 3 months, give or take. I'm bad at math, but we'll clue into that in a second. So first things first, we're halfway to 7,000 subscribers. That's pretty fucking awesome. So we're at 6,500. Which is crazy in and of itself. So let's get to 7. Let's get to 10 grand really quick. I want to get there. Come on, get out there, people. Let's get us to 10 grand. I know. Listen, I just want to get to 10 grand so I can do stories on YouTube. So you guys want to see the old stories, get me there. But in the grand scheme of things, subscribers don't really amount to much. Not that I don't appreciate them, but views are the king of the castle. So you guys watch, which is really awesome. So the fact that you guys kind of tune in, enjoy the videos, and have all that kind of fun skis and stuff like that is the best part about it. So that's pretty awesome. Comments have been fantastic. I've had a lot of people kind of, engaging and asking different questions and just kind of being a little bit more kind of, inquisitive about beers of late. A lot of comments are usually like, "Oh, great review," or "That was awesome," or blah 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 blah. But a lot of people have been asking a lot of questions and being a little bit more kind of interested about different aspects about beer as of late. So that's really cool to see. Outside of your review is awesome outside, which is awesome. Or where did you get this glass? Because everybody wants this glass. If you're watching this and you want this glass, it is a Lully stemless wine glass from Crate and Barrel. I should be getting fucking residuals from those motherfuckers by now. It is what it is. Views are awesome. They hit around the same mark. Usually average anywhere between 200-300 to 600-700 people per video, but some go a little bit crazy. So that's pretty awesome. You guys are watching. You're engaging. That's pretty good. It's more than pretty good. It's pretty fucking awesome. Anyway, let's cut to the real chase here. I'm gonna be doing some trips, and I'm gonna let you guys know in case you want to, reach out if you want to chug a beer, if you want to meet up, any of that stuff. I'm all game for that. Within reason, obviously. I'm going to be with my wife most of the time, or a friend, so we'll see what's what. But anyway, first thing first, I'm going to be going to the Jersey Shore. People are going to be like, "Oh, fuck, that's pretty funny." You bring your suntan lotion and your spray tans and shit. Yeah. Little known fact, if you actually watch the channel, you probably know this, but I grew up in the Jersey Shore. I grew up in Seaside Heights, well, essentially Toms River, which is right across the bridge from Seaside Heights. I haven't been down there for a very long time on like a vacation. I've visited. Kane Brewing is down there. Bradley Brewing is down there. Icarus Brewing. There's a lot of breweries that are right there by the beach. So every time I go down to Kane or Icarus or any of those breweries, more times than not, I'll kind of drive to the beach really quick, dip my toe in, go, "Hey, I was at the beach," and then come home. But I had this crazy month and a half at work where I kind of went ape shit, and I had to kind of work my ass off for almost 2 months, more than usual. Pretty high-end shit. And right around the same time that happened, the owners of my company actually bought a beach house in Jersey, and to show their gratitude, they said, "Hey man, we want to give you our beach house for a couple weekends this year." So I'm going to actually be going to the Jersey Shore Seaside Park, which is just out of Seaside Heights, next week. So we're going to be talking, I'm going to be there from May 30th to June 3rd. I'll be coming back on the 3rd, so essentially the 2nd. I'm going to be performing a couple different podcasts while I'm down there. I'm going to try to wrangle in a couple different people. I've already written them. It's kind of short notice, but I've interviewed Mike Kane from Kane Brewing down there before. See if we can get him back on the show for the podcast, and a couple different people. So I'm going to be doing a couple of podcasts down there, but I'm also going to be going out, checking out the local breweries, foodstuffs, bottle shops, and all that stuff. So if you guys are located down and around that area, the Seaside Park area, the Seaside Heights area, and you want to grab beer, let me know. I am more than welcome to kind of meet up somewhere and chug a couple beers. Maybe I'll bring some stuff out. We can find like a place to kind of pop some bottles on the side. Who knows? So if you guys are out and about, live in that area, and you're going to be around that weekend or whatnot, shoot me an email at massivebeers@gmail.com or right down there and let me know what's what. We'll try to chug a beer together. 2, the second trip I'm going to be going on. Actually, no. Scrap that. Let's go reverse. We're going to go in chronological order of shit actually happening. The next thing, I'm not traveling all that much, but I'm going to be having people travel for me, and that is I am holding a Beertuber Palooza By that I mean a couple months ago I got a bug up my ass, and I wrote a few people. I've mentioned this before, but I wrote a few people in the beer tubing community. A couple of the relatively local guys that I know decently well, and I said, how interested would you guys be in meeting up here on my farm and doing kind of a get together for a bunch of beer tubers? And I had 4 people kind of commit to it, 4 or 5 people commit to it, to the point where everybody was essentially on board from of the people I asked to actually come down. So with that in mind, I actually opened it up to the beer tubing community as a whole, minus a couple of people. I've probably forgot a couple of people, and 2 people just, you're coming onto my land, you're coming into my life. So there's a couple of people I just choose not to invite, just because they're just douchey people, and as I could tell from a distance. So anyway, I invited a bunch of beer tubers, and then they're all going to come down to my place July 20th, and we're going to do a bunch of filming. We're actually going to come down on the day and hopefully do a trip into a local town of mine, Hackettstown. There's a couple breweries in there. There's Jersey Girl, there's Manskirt, and Zigmeister. Probably end up starting the day off with a trip to there, and then coming back to my place, and just basically end it with a bunch of barbecue and a bunch of beer, and hopefully a bunch of beer reviews. I'm sure a bunch of it is going to be kind of filmed as far as just general kind of documentative purposes, but it'll be a bunch of beer reviews, a bunch of shenanigans, a whole bunch of crazy shit. Hopefully record a couple podcasts, maybe a roundtable here and there. I'm going to try to set up a live stream to you where you guys can kind of see just a general live stream of the day's activities from outside of my place once we get back from Hackettstown, but we'll see how that goes. Internet is fucking no mas where I live. Everything has to be done cellular wise, so it's kind of like in the air what will happen with that, but we'll see what's what. So that's going to be the next thing coming up, more specifically about that, because it's pretty much beer tuber only. I invited a couple brewers and a journalist here and there, but it's going to be beer tubers only, so it's not open to the public. But what I wanted to do is let you guys know about it in case you have anything specific you want us to do. If there's any ideas you have for us to cover as far as subjects, as far as beers, if you want us to do something specific, like an idea, basically, for all of us being in the same spot is not going to happen all that often. Who knows if this actually goes off well, maybe I'll do it every year. But if you guys have any ideas that you'd like us to kind of stew over for that day, so we're talking about 2 months from now, shoot them off. Let us know what's what. A bunch of people committed. I don't want to name names, but it's going to be, a lot of the people you know and love, and a lot of people I interact with on in YouTube. So probably, hopefully, anywhere between 10 to 15 people from the beer tubing community, maybe a couple outside of that. So we'll see what's what. So that's going to be coming up the 20th of July. I'm sure after that you're going to see a bunch of videos just periodically pop up over time. But there you go. Next up, which is a week later, so I am a glutton for fucking punishment, right? A week later? No, it's 2 weeks later, right? Close enough. Anyway, I'm going to Hill Farmstead. I'm going to their Festival of Farmhouse Ales with me and a couple friends. I am not a beer festival guy. It is not what I do. But the Festival of Farmhouse Ales is one that's always appealed to me because it's limited. You know what I mean? It's not jam-packed. It's not how many people can we fit in here. There's only a certain amount of people that can go. It's a wide open space. It's outdoors. It's very laid back and not too crazy. So it's my kind of festival. So I've been invited to go before, but I just never went. Whether it be just work responsibilities or just me just not wanting to go because I'm the biggest curmudgeon in the history of mankind. But my buddy Keith got tickets, and he asked me if I wanted to be his +1, like a magical wedding. I said yes. And I'm going to be going up there. So, as far as that goes, that's August 3rd. I will be up there actually the day before. I'm going to get up there on the 2nd and stay to the 4th. So I'm pretty much open the 2nd and 3rd. Probably I'm going to be staying close to Stowe. I'm going to be staying just north of Stowe in Mooresville, actually. I believe it is Town or Ville. Either way, about 20 minutes north of Stowe, which houses, your Alchemists of the world, all that kind of fun stuff, your Von Trapps of the world. And I'm only going to be about 5-10 minutes away from Lost Nation Brewing, Rock Art Brewing. So I'm going to be toiling around there the day before. I'm probably end up going to Hill Farmstead early, and then leaving and then going back to that area and kind of bouncing around. So if you guys are going up for the Festival of Farmhouse Ales, you're going to be in that area, live out in that area, let me know. Later night on Friday, Maybe even Saturday we could set something up, kind of chug some beers, maybe do a bottle share, something like that. We'll not but around that area. We have a small little Airbnb, so we're kind of restricted with what we can do as far as hosting anything. But if you guys are up in that area, definitely let me know. If you watch the channel and you're going to be there, definitely let me know you're going to be at the festival. We'll kind of meet up and we'll chug some farmhouse saisons, boof them if there's time. I mean, because that's the best way to drink farmhouse beers. So check that out. And last but not least, well, not last, it's the last one on my list. I'm going to be going to Buffalo, beautiful Buffalo, New York, in October. So there should be 19 feet of snow for the Shelton Brothers Festival. For those that didn't know, Shelton Brothers is pretty much the go-to when it comes to importing beers outside of the United States, in the United States. You know, your Euro beers, your Cantillons, Dre Fontaine, all that stuff comes from Shelton Brothers, plus a myriad of other beers. And they hold a festival, you know, all over the place. San Diego, Louisville, Florida, I believe. They've done a couple different places. And this is the first one I can remember. I might be missing one, but it's the first one I can remember that's decently relatively close to me. So the incident came down. A couple of me and my friends were like, okay, we're going to this, right? And I was like, yeah. So first thing that popped in my head was podcasts, because a couple years ago when I used to do a radio show, we interviewed Joel Shelton from the Shelton Brothers on the radio show, and it was a great interview just to even talk to him, because I got into Belgian beers. That's how, I got into beer in general through Belgian beers. So to talk to him, the person that kind of facilitated me getting into beers, was pretty cool. So first thing I thought, okay, let's see if we can actually do a podcast again with Joel. So I reached out to him, and he's like all about it. So we're going to end up doing a podcast or two at or around the festival. The festival is actually the 4th and 5th of October. I'll be arriving the 3rd and staying till the 6th. I don't know when the podcast is going to be. The 4th and 5th is the festival. There's basically a Friday and Saturday session. I'll be at Friday session for those that want to meet up there. But we're going to do some podcasts. It's going to be pretty cool. We're going to actually talk about the loosely throwing around the idea of talking about the kind of rise and fall of festivals in the United States, because there seems to be a divide between festivals now. There's like high-end festivals like a Festival of Farmhouse Ales or the Shelton Brothers Festival. And then there's a bunch of those, okay, give you a rack of pretzels and let you get a rip shit drunk kind of festivals. That's kind of a loose outline for what we're going to talk about, but it's going to be Joel, maybe his brother, somebody probably from Shelton Brothers, and hopefully a brewer or two. I really like to get a brewer from the United States, one from overseas, one from Europe, and just get the kind of differences between how they view festivals and how they prepare for them and why they do them. Because most of the brewers that do the high-end festivals don't need to do festivals, so there's a reason behind why they do them. You can kind of assume why that's the case, but it'd be nice to actually get it in their own words. So we're going to be doing that. On the trip up, I'll probably be heading a couple breweries. I'm definitely going to hit it off Mortalis Brewing, which is Avon, New York, not too far off New York Thruway, heading towards Buffalo. It's just south of Rochester. I'm definitely going there. Let's put it that way. And kind of hanging out with those guys. I'm going to try to get up to Mortalis before this festival in October. I owe it to myself to get up there. They're super good dudes. My buddy George is up there constantly. I need to get up there, but if I don't get up there by October, I'll definitely be there by then. But other than that, I'm probably going to be hitting a couple breweries here and there, definitely on Thursday, maybe on Friday after the festival. So again, if you are a Buffalo native, or you're going to be in the area for the festival or otherwise, and you want to chug a beer, again, there's a common theme throughout here. You want to chug a beer, you want to meet up, let me know. I can't say I'm definitely be able to meet up, but more times than not, I'm always down for some good conversations, some good beers. So that's kind of this whole quick update is about my travels. And I know a lot of you guys have said over the years when we have a conversation, if I'm ever in the area, or if I even said it to you guys, if I'm ever in the area, I'll reach out to you and see if you're around, and I'll buy you a beer. So now's your time to cash in, motherfuckers. Let me know if you're in the area. I will buy you some beers. We'll drink away, have a good time, have some good conversation, hopefully. And there you go. So check out all that stuff. Look forward to my trip next week in Jersey, down by Seaside. The Beertuber Palooza is going to be fantastic. Festival of Farmhouse Ales in Hill Farms is going to be amazing. And, up there for the Shelton Brothers Festival in October, it should be even equally as good. So if you're going to be in the area, like I said, reach out. And there you go. Quick update, quick spiel, quick quick infomercial about where I'm going to be and how you can track me down if you want to cut my hamstrings. And there you go. Might end up that weird note. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the update. Hopefully you're chugging something as good as this fucking beer right now. What is it? No spoilers on this one. You'll have to find out later. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.